Hello and welcome back to Scale Me Down and to part 2 of our FPV, our first person view adventure. Remember to like and subscribe to support the channel. And in the last episode we built and conducted the maiden flight, and since then Gwen and I have both flown this model quite a bit and we've become much more comfortable with it. So now it's time to assemble the FPV electronics from all these bits. Let's get cracking. Here we have a Runcam Swift, and we need to join the cable that it comes with to the one for the 5.8 GHz transmitter. We'll follow the pinouts on the back of both devices, and as they both will accept input voltages from 7 to 24 volts, power will be supplied from the main flight pack. Here is the cable all soldered up, and it has a feed from the main flight pack. It's important to fit the antenna to the transmitter before we power it up to avoid blowing it up. We installed a couple of aerials onto the goggles and then set them searching for the signal from the video transmitter. These Cobra goggles will record onto an SD card. However, the live image is much higher quality than this recorded video. To mount the camera, I downloaded and 3D printed this pan and tilt mount from Ballistic on Thingiverse. As the quality of the recorded image at the goggles is so poor, we're going to mount a second camera to record the video image. This servo for the pan motion was advertised as having 180 degrees of travel, but sadly it didn't. But we soon had the servos centred up and all the parts assembled with self-tapping screws. So here we have the first person view camera mounted below with the Runcam 2 above for recording the video. We had to modify this part to make the Runcam Swift fit below the pan and tilt mount like this. We also modified these side brackets to increase the range of motion in tilt. The pan and tilt servos are controlled by the head tracker module in the goggles via the trainer function of the transmitter. Time for Gwen's first person view experience. And for this session, Gwen's going to sit in a chair and behave as a passenger, with the goggles on whilst I fly the aeroplane for her in line of sight. The aim of this exercise was for Gwen to get some orientation of our flying surroundings and to see how the aeroplane performed with the additional drag of the cameras. These images are recorded on board the Runcam, which is mounted on top of the FPV gimbal. Whereas this is how the video image looked from the goggles, and this image is transmitted from the Swift 2 camera. And the flight performance didn't seem much changed despite all that gear hanging out in the breeze. That was great fun and we both really enjoyed that. What a great introduction to first person view. FPV. I can see that this platform is going to be really useful, particularly for taking air-to-air footage for the channel, and see if you can spot any air-to-air footage in future videos on our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.